TV.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Black Male Advice TV, Ringo TV Reactions. We are back again with another video for you today. Today's topic: do modern women make good parents? Do modern women make good parents? Let's react to this video, and then we're going to go into some commentary and criticism, bring out the scriptures, and we're going to find out, do modern women make good parents? Let's react to this.
What's the unpopular opinion that you have about parenting that you know is going to make a lot of parents mad?
Y'all be quick as fuck to hit your child, but would not run up on an adult who disrespected you with the same energy, because you know you'll get your ass hit right the fuck back. Y'all take pleasure out of hitting little humans who can't defend themselves, and half the time don't even have the mental capacity to understand why they're being hit, so you're just teaching them to fear their parent. If you rather instill fear in your child than earning their respect and understanding and teaching them why things need to be done a certain way for their safety or what so have you, you should not become a parent. Simple as that. Because now you're just giving your kid all these traumatic things that they have to unlearn and get through as an adult, and most likely they won't, and they will continue the cycle of harming their children instead of just being good parents. Okay? Kids are people, and they should be treated as such.
You see what we got to deal with, brothers? You see what we got to deal with. This right here is the modern woman. And you're trying to go out there and build a family with modern women that don't know how to be parents.
What's the unpopular opinion that you have about parenting that you know is going to make a lot of parents mad?
Y'all be quick as fuck to hit your child, but would not run up on an adult who disrespected you with the same energy, because you know you'll get your ass hit right the fuck back.
Now, first thing we have to examine is that this young lady had a bad upbringing. She never loved her parents. She despised them, you know. She was mad because she couldn't do what she wanted to do. So she resent them greatly. So in her mind, in today's day, you're not supposed to discipline children. And this is why we have a multitude of young ladies having children out of wedlock. Why they're sexually active. You know, why these young boys out here pumping and dumping girls, right? This is what we have. But yet nobody don't want to focus on the fact that it's due to the fact that we don't have no parents raising these children. Nobody want to talk about that. But let's go. Because, you know, what's interesting about this also is she's comparing the discipline of children to you getting physically violent with an adult. Like, the two don't make no sense when you really think about it. You know, if a child is misbehaving and a child is out of order, a child deserves discipline, right? But she's basically saying that the discipline that you give a child, you won't give an adult. If an adult disrespected you, you won't go after them and try to hit them because they will hit you back. How do you know they will hit you back? How do you know that? You understand? And why are you comparing two different scenarios that really have nothing to do with each other? And this is a young lady who have no experience. You know what I'm saying? And I can't wait to see what your children are going to be. Because I already know they're going to be horrible. I already know they're going to be rebellious. They're not going to follow the Most High. Your son gonna be out there committing crimes. Daughter gonna be on OnlyFans. Why? Because you don't know how to parent. Let's go.
Y'all take pleasure out of...
Take pleasure? What parent takes pleasure out of disciplining their children? No, if the truth be told, you just don't like correction. And this is why the modern woman today don't like correction. This is why the modern woman today don't like to be responsible or be accountable for her actions, because she was never held to a standard in her youth. Because daddy wasn't home. She was raised in a single mother household, and she wasn't raised to be the type of woman who is chaste, disciplined, and have sense of morals and values. This is why she's corrupt right now. Let's go.
Hitting little humans.
Hitting little humans. You see this madness? This is why the community has destroyed people.
Can't defend themselves.
Who can't defend themselves. As if though parents are violently attacking and abusing their kids. First of all, there's a difference between abuse and discipline. But because the modern woman is really not all that educated, she don't know the difference because, again, just like the last video, the young lady didn't even know what feminine mean. So I wouldn't be surprised if this young lady don't even know what discipline mean. In her mind, discipline means violent assault. You know what I mean? And I could tell that she's around another ethnic group of people because she's been totally brainwashed with, just talk to little Johnny. You don't gotta hit little Johnny, just talk to him. No, little Johnny, you don't want to touch the stove. No, little Johnny, don't turn it on. No. Johnny, that's gasoline in the bottle. Don't pour that in the flame. Wait, Johnny, don't pour it in the flame. Johnny done burned down the house because you too busy talking to Johnny rather than getting that rod and disciplining him. Right? Let's go.
Half the time don't even have the mental capacity to understand why they're being hit. So you
don't have the mental capacity. Listen, when I was a child, right, and I'd done wicked things, right, and I was disciplined, I knew exactly why. When that belt came out, I knew exactly why. Because I was up to no good and I did something I had no business dealing with. And because of that discipline, it taught me a very valuable lesson. And that's the reason why modern women today are out of control. Because they had no discipline growing up. Let's go.
Just teaching them to fear their parent.
You are supposed to fear your parents. It's called respect. Just like you're supposed to fear God. It's called respect. But see, the modern woman don't fear God. And she definitely don't fear her parents. And this is why she's living her best life now on OnlyFans and just doing what the hell she want to do. Because she don't have no fear. Do you understand me? But yet, when we look at society today, you have officers that are abusing the people, doing all sorts of stuff, and it's not a problem. Everybody figure that's okay. See, what people supposed to be talking about, they don't talk about. We're talking about raising children and disciplining children. And this young lady is making it seem like disciplining children is a damn crime. This is why this society is screwed. And this is why when you look in the black community, there's nothing but crime. You understand? The prisons are being filled with nothing but black men, and black women are being filled with in the hospitals delivering babies from men they don't even know who are the fathers. Why? Because we have no discipline. Because our parents were not there for us. They neglected us, and they neglected disciplining us because society told them that disciplining a child is not good. And I'm here to tell you that you don't know what you're talking about. Let's go.
If you rather instill fear in your child than earning their respect and
earning their respect. This is a child. What respect you talking about? Do you see the madness of the modern woman? Earning a child's respect? A child you brought in this world? Wow, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up, people, for real.
Understanding and teaching them why things need to be done a certain way for
Why? The rod is teaching them why. This young lady is rebellious as hell, man. This is just sad, man. Let's go.
their safety or what
Their safety, correction, and discipline is designed to teach a child right from wrong, woman.
so have you. You should not become a parent.
You should not become a parent. Really? Says the modern woman who is out here living her best life now, got 8 guys on rotation, but you talking about should not be a parent. No, what you modern women should not be doing is having sex with men. Because if you don't want to be a parent, you shouldn't have your legs open. Who are you to say that someone should not be a parent because they choose to discipline their child? As if though you're the authority on what it means to be a parent. Sit down.
Simple as that.
Simple as
Now
that.
you're just giving your kid all these traumatic things that they
Traumatic, what? Traumatic things? No. Just because you grew up in a house that was chaotic and abusive does not mean that disciplining a child is wrong. You understand me? You just don't know how to raise a child. And we're going to find out. Because if you got children, young lady, we're going to monitor your children. We're going to see if your method actually works.
have to unlearn and get through as an adult.
Get through as an adult. See, this young lady been through a lot of trauma due to her rebellious nature. I'm pretty sure her parents actually loved her, but she hated the discipline.
Most likely they won't, and they will continue the cycle.
She's the type that hates her father. I could tell she hates her father with a passion.
Of harming their children.
Why would they? You notice she just said harming your children. So correcting and disciplining a child is now considered harming to the modern woman. Again, do modern women make good parents? Absolutely not. The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. Let's go.
Instead of just being good parents.
Wow, you can't make this up. You can't make this up, people. You can't make this up. Instead of being good parents, you would expect that a good parent is actually disciplining their child. You know, parents that don't discipline their child are not good parents and they don't love their children. And I see that happen all the time. You got kids out here wilding out and their parents don't even care. You know, their son's out in the street hanging with all the wrong people. Mom know that the son hanging with all the wrong people, and she does nothing about it. But when the child get somehow connected to a crime, rob something, get killed in the street, she's the first to be up on a camera on the news media saying, "My child was a good boy. He was in school. He wouldn't hurt a fly. I believe I can fly." That's how they be. You know what I mean? This is crazy, y'all.
Okay? Kids are people.
Kids are people. Kids are people. You're a kid, young lady. 'Cause you're immature.
And they should be treated as such.
So let me get this straight. I should treat a child as an adult. Hey, little Johnny. Yes, Dad. Wow, little Johnny could talk? Wow, okay. Here's my car keys, man. Make sure you park in the right spot. Okay, Dad. You're totally awesome, dude. We need to treat them like adults, people. We need to treat our kids like adults. So, if you got chillin', they better pay part of them bills. Right? You're not responsible for buying them no clothes. Hey, little Johnny. Yes, Dad. How old are you, boy? I'm 7 years old, Dad. Well, son, you're gonna have to go out there and get a job. Gotta get your resume, boy. That's what she's basically saying we gotta do.
What's the unpopular opinion that you have about parenting that you know is going to make a lot of parents mad?
Notice she said about what kind of a. Wait, let me rewind that back because we want to get this thing straight. Let's go.
What's the unpopular opinion that you have?
She said, "What's an unpopular opinion that you have about parenting that might make a lot of parents mad?" Again, these type of questions is coming from rebellious modern women. Rebellious. You know what I mean? She's in her car with her bonnet. You see what we got to deal with the filters on. You know, their face is always perfect for the camera. They take like 3 hours to get it ready. They put on the makeup and then they put on the filters. So they got double makeup on. Artificial makeup and digital makeup. Not only digital makeup, but digital plastic surgery. And when you see them in person, you be like, that can't be you. True spit. But anyway, these type of questions are coming from modern women that are very rebellious, haughty, and cantankerous. Let's take a look at what the Bible have to say, because we got to really use this as a teaching moment, especially for young adults that are parents right now. Let's go into this thing real quick and let's see what's going on. Now, according to the Bible, we're going to go into a couple of scriptures because I want to use this as a teaching moment when it comes to parenting, right? She wants you to believe that having a child, disciplining a child is something that's wrong. It's like it's a bad thing. It's not good. It's only causing child trauma and putting fear in a child and all this other junk, right? Now, let's go to the Bible. According to the book of Proverbs, chapter 23, verse 13 to 14, it says, "Withhold not correction from the child, for if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die. Thou shalt beat him with the rod, and shalt deliver his soul from hell." According to the scriptures, it's very clear. You withhold, or you should beateth the child with the rod, and it says he shall not die. Because why? You're delivering his soul from hell. This is why society frown upon parents that discipline their children, because they want your children to go to hell. They want your children to be rebellious. They want your children to commit crimes. They want your child to be out here acting wild so they can put them in the penitentiary. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 13 says, "Wisdom is found on the lips of the discerning, but a rod is for the back of one who has no sense." See, when your so-called children are out of order and got no sense, that rod will definitely wake them up. Proverbs chapter 13, verse 24 says, "Whoever spares the rod hates their children, but the one who loves their children is careful to discipline them." Now notice what the scripture says. For all you people out there who feel that disciplining a child is wrong, it says whoever spares the rod, which means you withhold it. It says you hate your children. You don't love them. You hate them. It goes on and says, but the one who loves their children is careful to discipline them. Now we got to focus on the word careful, because the word careful don't mean abuse. Do you see that? Careful to discipline them. Proverbs chapter 22 verse 15 says, foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him. I guess she know more than the Most High Yah, right? Proverbs chapter 29 verse 15 says, "The rod and reproof give wisdom, but a child left to himself bringeth his mother to shame." So much for all the modern women. That's why you see all these mothers out here, they're ashamed when their sons are committing crimes. They're ashamed when their daughter is out there walking the streets. They're ashamed when they learn their daughter's on OnlyFans. They're ashamed to learn their son is a murderer, is a robber, selling drugs. They're ashamed. Notice it didn't say bring the father to shame. It said brings the mother to shame. It didn't say bring the father to shame. It says brings the mother to shame. The rod and reproof give wisdom, but a child left to himself bringeth his mother to shame. His mother, not the father, the mother. So modern woman, when your child is out of order and you leave him there with no discipline, it brings you to shame. So don't talk about where the father at and where the this at. It brings you to shame. Don't talk about, well, you know, I wasn't raised with my dad, that's why I don't know any better. No, it brings your mom to shame. Because your mom is supposed to discipline you. Your mom is supposed to nurture you. Your mom is supposed to raise you. But because the modern women don't know how to be mothers, their children are left to themselves, and it bringeth the mothers to shame. Proverbs chapter 15, verse 10. Correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way, and he that hateth reproof shall die. You see, a lot of modern women, they hate reproof and they hate correction. And one thing you must understand is that if the modern woman hate reproof and hate correction, her children also hate reproof and correction too. And this is why so many of the youth are dying very young, because they hate reproof and they hate correction. Do you understand me? They hate it because it grieves them. Correction is grievous unto him that forsake the way. It's grievous. See, when you're not following the Most High, you hate the truth because you forsake the way, the right way. And he that hateth reproof shall die. That's why you're dying young. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. You see, as parents, your job is to train up a child in the way they should go. Not the way of the heathen, not the way of the world, not the way of the ungodly, but the way of the Most High Yah. Your job is to train up a child in the scriptures. Train up a child in the truth. Train up a child to understand the Most High. Keep them in the presence of God. But you modern women are not doing that. That's why your child is with Satan. That's why your daughter on OnlyFans. Because you don't know nothing about being a mother. You don't know nothing about being a parent. You don't know anything. Train up a child in the way they should go, which means there's a way they shouldn't go. And if you ain't training up your child to follow the Most High Yah, to keep his commandments, to keep his laws, to live a righteous life, then your child's walking in the path of the devil. Exodus chapter 20, verse 12. Honor thy mother and thy father, that thy days may be long upon the earth. which the Lord thy God giveth thee. So if you're a child and your child is disrespectful to you, the Bible says that child is not going to live long. Because in order for you to live long, you have to honor thy mother and thy father, which means there should be a reverential fear of your parents. You're supposed to honor them. You're supposed to love them. You're supposed to respect them. I'm not supposed to be looking for no respect from no damn child. This woman talking about you have to earn the respect of your children. What? Where's she getting that madness from? That's backwards. Bible says to honor thy father and thy mother. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the earth which the Lord thy God has given thee. So if you are a young youth and you're disrespectful to your mother, disrespectful to your father, you don't love your parents, you despise them, you hate them, you wondering why you're dying off young. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Now, after reading all those scriptures, let's go back and let's listen to what this young lady have to say so you can see and hear how foolish she sound. Let's go.
What's the unpopular opinion that you have about parenting that you know is going to make a lot of parents mad?
Y'all be quick as fuck to hit your child, but would not run up on an adult who did.
Notice the disrespect the way she's talking, because she's speaking in regards to parents and adults that are raising children. So she don't got no respect. You understand? So she don't honor her father, and she definitely don't honor her mother. Let's go.
Disrespected you with the same energy because you know you'll get your ass hit right the fuck back.
So you want your parents to be attacked by someone else. You don't love your mom, and you don't love your dad. Let's go.
Y'all take pleasure out of hitting little
You saying they take pleasure? No, it takes love to discipline children. Let's go.
humans who can't defend themselves.
Who can't defend themselves? If you're wicked as hell and your mom is disciplining you, you deserve every bit of it. Let's go.
And half the time don't even have the mental capacity.
Mental capacity, you know when something is right from wrong, and you know what that rod of correction is for. And if the Most High sanctioned that in the scriptures, he know better than you. Let's go.
To understand why they're being hit, so you're just
They understand when they get that lash from that rod. Let's go.
teaching them to fear their parent.
Fear, honor thy mother and thy father, that your days may be long upon this earth. Let's go.
If you rather instill fear in your child
Fear, you need the truth of the Most High in you. And this is why you're going to be in the lake of fire and brimstone, because you don't fear God.
than earning their respect and understanding
If you respected God, you will respect your mom and father. You don't respect them.
and teaching them why things need to be done a certain
They're trying to teach you, but you don't want to hear.
way for their safety
They're trying to keep you safe, but you don't want
or
safety.
what so have you. You should not become a parent.
Wow, the total disrespect. Let's go.
Simple as that.
She don't fear God and she don't fear her parents.
Because
Let's
now
go.
you're just giving your kid all these traumatic things that they have to unlearn
Unlearn. Wow.
and get through as an adult.
Get through as an adult.
Most likely they won't, and they will continue the cycle.
Why would they continue the cycle if they know better? See, you're not making any sense here. You're not making any sense here about continue the cycle. No, you don't want the cycle. You don't want the cycle of truth to prevail. You don't want the cycle of disciplining children to prevail. And this is why the black community is in shambles, because modern women don't know how to be parents. Let's go.
Of harming their children.
She believes everything when it comes to discipline is harming children. This is why the prison cells are filled. This is why OnlyFans have a bunch of women on there. Let's go.
Instead of just being good parents.
Instead of being good parents. And you wondering why your life is miserable and in shambles right now. Let's go.
Okay?
That's the modern
Kids
woman
are
for you.
people, and they should be treated as such.
Wow. That's the modern woman for you, brothers, man. I hope you sisters out there are learning from this and growing as adults, because based on what we're seeing here, this is a major problem. Do modern women make good parents? Do they? Do they? Answer the question in the chat. Do modern women make good parents? Do they? Look at the children of today. Look at what the children are doing. Look at the young boys. Look at the young girls. Look at how the mothers push the fathers away. Look at how the mothers mate with men that are no good. Look at all these single mothers out here and ask them where their baby father is. They don't like their baby father. So why they had children with them? Why they made the choice to sleep with them? Why? Because they don't know what they're doing. She's talking about you shouldn't be parents. No, you modern women shouldn't be opening your legs for these particular brothers because you know they're no good, but you open your legs for them. And when you have a man like me, a real man, that stand up to correct you, you get in your feelings. Why? Because you despise the Most High Yah. You despise the prophets. You despise the truth. And you are cantankerous and rebellious. And this is why you're going to be alone, struggling your whole life. Like my content? Rate the video. Do what you got to do. I'm out of here. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Black Male Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out.